Oh, wow.
Go tip. And I hit the go tip there. Right? Go to this computer here. Computer. Got it there. All righty, everyone. Let's get this commenced. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at northwest of Maxim. How are you? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our 7HealStar.com astrology firm. All right, it's a 7-day tropic medical astro weather report. And I am here with my magnificent and beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, and they are.
Islam, I am Terrell Tamari Bey. How are you? Islam.
You know, Brother Shining Ale, also known as Braveheart Ale.
Yeah.
Braveheart. Indeed. So, without further ado, let me go on and grab one here and hit the screen share there and show you guys the calendar from which we are giving our testimonies. And then I will screen share the actual chart here. All right. And then I'll check out all the shout outs there that will have to be said there on YouTube, so to speak. Social media site to YouTube, right? That's what we're presenting at this moment. So, guys, this is the 7HealStar Astro Calendar from March Aries 2022 to February Pisces 2023. Time never was when man was not, and we are quoting El-Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali doing corporate religious activity, being prophet, noble, Drew, Ali. All right. And we are analyzing the moon cycle, right? Pertaining to the water sign Cancer, pertaining to the scarab, right? The crab. Anciently and contemporarily ruled by Luna, and the fire sign Leo, pertaining to the lion. Anciently and contemporarily ruled by Sol, right? Sun. And so now, guys, we are analyzing, all right, because today is the 13th, we're analyzing the 14th to the 20th, all righty. So for Thursday, right? For Thursday, the 14th, it is I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, giving my diverse testimony for those 5 transits there. Brother Sean Alim will be doing those 2 transits there for Friday. Brother Terrell Tamari Bey for the 16th has 4 transits there for that Saturday. On Sunday, Brother Terrell Tamari Bey will continue with such an easy list of 6 other transits on Sunday. Very, very, very easy, and only laughing because he just right. All right, so he's gonna knock out.
Yeah, I just put myself in a pickle.
And get to hear your wisdom pertaining to those 10 transits for Saturday and Sunday. Monday is Brother Sean Alim. He has those 6 transits there. On Tuesday, as those 2 transits for the 19th Tuesday. And then closing out for the 3rd quarter moon transit list is Brother Terrell Tamari Bey for all of you to enjoy. All righty, so let's all look at the next 7 days ahead of time. All righty, as we've always show you guys and how to look at these things so that you can brace yourselves collectively. However, you guys already know, schedule your Mirror Astro Literacy sessions with either I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, Brother Corey Bey, and Brother Sean Alim is also more than qualified to proctor the Mirror Astro Literacy sessions also, as well as his magnificent reports that he takes very careful and lovingly time, so to speak, in making sure he puts it together for you so that you'll have something marvelous to add every time you come to him, to your family Bible. All right. So with that being said, guys, 7HealStar.com, go and sign up for our email list. You will not be disappointed one bit. All righty. When you go to 7HealStar.com, it's not hard, guys. All you got to do is the number 7HealStar.com. And as soon as you go to the website, it's going to be like, hey, check out this or whatever as far as signing up for our email list. Just sign up for it. Don't listen to the naysayers about, oh, it's so annoying. Screw them. Sign up for the email list. You won't be disappointed. All right. So with that being said, let's go and stop it. The screen share there, guys. All righty. Brothers, are there any announcements from you? Any announcements from my beloved brother, please? Any announcements?
No. Well, not for
No.
me, at least. Okay.
All right. Indeed. So, I guess kicking it off for Thursday, right? I know I need to bring this calendar back up so I can see what it is that we're doing, right? And it looks like I have 5, transits to go in on. And if I'm not mistaken, that is 3 hours and 56 difference for that void, of course, to the next ingress, just to make sure so I can get it correct. So yes, that is 3:56. All righty. So therefore, here I go. Let me go and share the screen here. And all righty. Let me just oh, you know what? Let me go to the remote control and give it to Terrell Tamari Bay. Boom, shakalaka. All righty. So with that being said, guys, we are looking at the solar ascending conjunction that's taking place on Thursday, 14th July 2022 at 0500 hours, 56 minutes and 34 seconds. Guys, that's where it's happening from the perspective pertaining to the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic. All right, and you can see that the sun is here at 21 degrees, Cancer, 58 minutes, and so is the ascendant. So here at this moment in time, guys, this would be known as your sunrise. All righty. We would look for the moon to be ruling over the sun and the ascendant at this moment here, and it's currently at this moment in time doing this chart. It's in the 7th house. All right. In the 7th house, being ruled over by a dominant Saturn in Aquarius retrograde in the 8th. However, right? And interestingly, giving off a sense pertaining to the subconscious mind, really, outpouring away, to relate to others. The people are, doing some heavy exchanging. However, those heavy exchanges may be returns, things that are going to return to you. So I think on the 14th, tomorrow, there may be some things that, people may, put some energy out there and it's coming back to you, tenfold because it was good. Or you may have put something out there and you wanted to get something, you invested in it, but it didn't fall through. So now you're getting a refund on your finances type energy. It's kind of like that or whatever. So it's like the people, the moon, the way they're relating is going to be in a very innovative way. However, in that innovation, it may be more pertaining to some essentials being poured out or poured back to you for Capricorns on the actual descendant, and Saturn being second from the 7th. Would be just really just really showing the values in how, the people are relating and pouring out to one another. So, there just may be some form of exchange or refund or return or, credit of some sort, so to speak, where somebody, owes you for something and you kind of didn't expect it. It's like, oh, okay, wow. I didn't even expect that. And I actually have this going on for myself. So, all right. So with that being said, the moon is void, the moon is making its first aspect, alrighty. Well, the first aspect that I have is the moon is conjuncting Pluto. Very, very interesting too. And it happens before the sunrise. Okay, it happens at 17 minutes after 0000 hours. Alrighty, Luna is conjunct, and we can see it. That is a Luna and Pluto conjunction. However, I'll yield. I went to the top right hand corner immediately first. Said, let me check first. All right, there we go. So it's happening at 27 degrees, 30 minutes, Capricorn, as you guys can see right here in the 10th house, and looky, astro cookie Saturn. All right, just like at sunrise, ruling where the moon is. Saturn is also continuing to rule where the moon is, especially when it comes to the house. It's in the 10th house here. So Saturn, of course, is in the 11th, not only dominant, but also having accidental dignity in the 11th. What we can see here, guys, the people are really going to be aligning themselves with, the occult language, information, knowledge. I got you, bro. Occult information, language, knowledge, things of that nature, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So what will actually, happen is the people will be able to, you're good now. The people will be able to, allow themselves to kind of go through a subconscious, regeneration, right? If you felt like there are some things that you forgot when you were younger, or some at a time when you went through a certain series pertaining to events, this here is going to really remind you, and it may be somebody, who may remind you. It may be something as simple as like someone may, bring up some information, I'm going to say probably about your grandfather or your grandmother, or even your father or your mother in some way, shape, or form. And that information that they're going to bring up, or it could happen. I'm not sure if it's going to happen at and I'm not a doom and gloom astrologer, but if you happen to be at a repast after a funeral or something, or things of that nature, what's going to happen is there's going to be a certain standing. And I think, this is where someone's going to actually find out some bit of information that's not only very valuable to them, but it's like, whoa, I didn't know grandma and grandpa was really into that, or something like that. Or the grandfather actually revealed something about the mother that transitioned. I mean, I'm not, we're not looking for people to transition. It's just, I think there's going to be some type of transformative, life-changing event that, the standing pertaining to the people, they will actually go back and be like, hold up, the whole time this being was saying this and we weren't listening, type energy. Or someone will actually realize what's being communicated, the fascination and denial that's actually, kind of like, right there. when it comes, just opposing, the people's status and transforming, there's a communication so strong that's really heavy on the hearts, and people are just, they're going to question the things that they used to secure them. All righty. So, what used to secure them is going to be, heavily questioned. And this is clearly, obviously, after, the full moon, and Luna is now conjuncting Pluto. And here going void of course, also for about 3 hours and 56 minutes here also. However, we got to look at the sun is really, quote unquote, applying, approaching, reflecting Pluto. So I think the moon touching Pluto, then the sun touching Pluto, you guys are going to see reoccurring themes, right? With things that are transformative with mothers and children, and even probably the fascination and denial of siblings in some type of fashion, or maybe, if it's not with the children, fascination, denial of siblings there, maybe, your siblings, and they're in fascination and denial of you being with the child or not, something like that. All right, so the next one that we're looking at here, guys, after this void, of course, was Luna's void, of course, for 3 hours and 56 minutes. However, before it ingresses Aquarius, there is a Venusian Neptunian quartile at 0100 hours and 24 minutes. All right, on Thursday, 14th July 2022, as you can see accurately, is 0100 hours, 23 minutes, 53 seconds. And we have this Venusian Neptunian quartile happening where we see Venus is here. All right, 25 degrees, Gemini, 21 minutes. All right. Neptune, 25 degrees, 22 minutes. 25 degrees, Pisces, 22 minutes. All right, retrograde. Now, interestingly, Neptune is dominant and having accidental dignity in a 12th, because the 12th house is at 24 degrees, Pisces, 54 minutes. All right. So it's about to enter the 11th. However, therewith it is Jupiter helping to co-rule from Aries. However, still within the 12th house of Jupiter's in accidental dignity also. However, Jupiter's joy is the 11th where Saturn is. So now Saturn and Jupiter are in mutual reception by joy. However, no one ever really considers that in astrology. I haven't really come across it in things that I have read thus far, the things that I'm reading yet. However, to kind of even look at that, we're just really finding a way in isolating ourselves so we're able to institute a way to expand off of things, you know, that we can learn from the pains in our past and be very active in moving forward. Because now what we're doing is we're really taking like the lessons pertaining to the ancient foremothers and forefathers mindset. We're really considering astrology in a way collectively where we're gaining a lot of wealth and information from the presentations pertaining to astrology. We're really gaining a real transformative change in our conscious thinking. Even right now during this transit, as I'm speaking with a Venus squaring Neptune, with all of that energy happening, that means that there's a challenge in overcoming how we can be valuable in the things that we say, or the things that have been said to us, the things that we've contemplated. Where's the value in them? Now that we can go here and take this hand mirror glyph that looks like Venus, or this Venus that is the hand mirror glyph, if you look at it like that, now being in a sign where it's really, you know, playing the role of one that has to communicate. So now the values relating has to communicate in the area pertaining to your life that deals with the values collectively. So now there's a challenge, an obstacle in getting over oneself and being able to isolate such values and be able to institute a way to expand oneself by learning from your mistakes and move forward. Next, we have Luna ingressing Aquarius after its 3 hours and 56 minute void, of course, there, right? After 3 hours, 56 minutes, void, of course. Luna ingresses Aquarius, 0 degrees Aquarius, right? Reflecting the quote unquote homicide degrees in Leo. Right? Not a doom and gloom astrologer. 7HealStar is not for doom and gloom astrology. However, one can transmute the energy pertaining to homicide by allowing oneself to be able to cut away those ungainly parts within oneself, not allow higher self to be ruled by lower self. So what you can do is kill those lower self energies within. In the osmosis Jones type of mindset and frame pertaining to thinking and seeing such. And this lunar ingress into Aquarius is occurring in the 8th house. So our keywords here is home, sharing, inheritance. So with that being said, with the home sharing inheritance, guys, we are also reflecting upon, you know, things that's in our hearts that allow us to be able to really secure the things that were said to us. So now we're like really reflecting and seeing we can really get the fruit out of these things. Like, all right, because now, and the reason why I said the things that were said to us, all right, and I know you're thinking like, okay, that's not third house here. Yeah, well, second is 12th to the third. So here's where you can isolate communications and really find the value in them before you regurgitate them and spit them back out into yourself. So it's like you're ruminating upon it and then you regurgitate it and then you swallow it again. All right, because all this is happening beneath the surface, so within oneself. So above the surface, one can allow their subconscious mind and beginning to make a set on things, how one will allow this knowledge poured out to them, be able to find the values that they can inherit and allow the transformations to happen necessarily that are occurring within them accordingly. Let me say it like that. And Saturn's in the ninth, yeah, and definitely some erudite transformations happening with people. A lot of unrelations, a lot of people having these moments of clarity type of energies. Mercury's ruling the ascendant at this time. Where's Mercury? But of course, in Cancer, in the first house, really, people just kind of going through this fascination and denial with loved ones. Cancer is also family. All right. And values is really the topic that's on the rise. All right. However, the answer to that question is Jupiter. Hey, horary fashion, Jupiter's in the 10th, making sure it's dominating the standing along with the institution that is really the transformative thing that's being communicated. Because 10th house is third from the 8th. My next transit is a lunar Martian quartile. It's happening at 1400 hours, 38 minutes. A lunar Martian quartile. All right. And even just thinking about that, that's just the challenging obstacle between home and self, right? So so a home must, take on a challenge and getting over the obstacle with self, right? So one could also look at it also where Moon is mother. Sometimes Mars is looked at as the male symbol. So mother and son, or mothers and men. Sometimes people look for, in that case, when you're looking for Mars, they look to Venus and Mars. However, we're looking here, with the quartile is not just, bad energy or negative energy or things like that. It's just a challenge, just an obstacle. And it's just look at it like sometimes we look at the square or any so-called difficult aspect as a puzzle. And with that, instead of us allowing ourselves to implant in our minds the mindset that is one that's doom and gloom, or oh, woe is me, or this is a bad aspect, or this is horrible. Because what will happen is you will limit yourself from being able to find the beauty in it. It's like, why call a square shit when sometimes shit is used to fertilize your vegetables so you can eat? So it's like, look at, your challenging aspect. Come on, baby. Come on. Look at your challenging aspects to be like fertilizer to one's character building garden, so to speak. All right. So with that being said, when we're looking at Luna here, all righty, Luna and Mars are squaring each other. Mars is clearly looky, astro cookie, just 10 arc minutes from setting. All right, like really 10 arc minutes from setting. Very interestingly, though, by this square happening where Mars is having this condition here, actually, Mars is not doing so great here because Mars, see how I just said that there, it's not necessarily true. Mars is just playing the role pertaining to values on the stage pertaining to relating. So now this active self energy must be able to display values in a relative fashion by getting over the challenge and how the people may want the information poured out to them. So now this is a means in really finding a way to relate to the people without real compromise. This here, let's say if you're Aries ruled being Mars or Scorpio, here is where you learn how to use what you already have. It's like, for example, have you ever been given what you think is a really shitty spades hand? You're like, man, I only got 2 spades, but I got all these other, suits of, cards, but you got an abundance of them. Do you know that who's ever cutting that certain suit, you can actually still kick their ass by draining all of their spades. And once you do that, now that you can go collect all your books. Like, say you had like ace, king, queen of all these other suits or whatever, but you got a whole bunch of the other lower cards too, the lower ranking cards also, but you only have like 1 or 2 spades. Alrighty, I'm telling you, you can drain someone's spades that's cutting and still win. Like, how did you do that? Well, I knew you were cutting, so why don't I just drain all of your spades? So once we drained all your spades, now guess what's going to win? All suits. Suits are going to win in rank. You know what I mean? See, it's a dual-edged sword to the game spades, and a lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people just sometimes think, oh, let me get a bomb hand. I'm gonna run double bubble, get these wheels. You'll be right up Boston. And it's like, it really, man, it's everybody has 13 cards. That's how I look at it. So it's not hard to count them. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I have these 13, so I know what other, 39 I don't have. So it's like, I think if I play this, and that's kind of what this is here. That's what this transit is. Play the hand you've been dealt, and you're not going to falter, because actually, what's very, very, very interesting how Uranus is here, the co-assistant to to Aquarius. Uranus is here, the co-assistant to Aquarius, as far as rulership with Saturn, right? And Saturn is, of course, here. So Uranus will be helping with the 4th. And interestingly, 4 deals with the moon, right? So moon is just coming out of the 4th just a few hours before then, right? And we're just really looking at, you'll find yourself really being able to make some really fortunate steps in your destiny that are, it was probably tough, but you'll really see that by rebelling to go into your comfort zone, you really allowed yourself to really see things about yourself that you're like, hold on, I didn't even know I had that in me. Like, that wasn't bad. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, Mikey, he likes it type energy, but you gotta taste it though, type energy. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to yield. Here's my last aspect. We have a lunar Jupiterian sextile here before we get to Brother Sean Alim now. All right. The lunar Jupiterian sextile is happening at 1700 hours and 30 minutes approximately for the 14th, July 2022 on Thursday. All right. $1,700, 29 minutes and 48 seconds to be exactamundo. All righty, we are having a lunar Jupiterian sextile here. As you guys can see, we have Luna here at 8 degrees Aquarius, 24 minutes in the 2nd house, right? So we are home sharing the values while having this growth opportunity and the means to really expand our ideals pertaining to ourselves at home. So we're really just, really probably doing some cleaning here. You guys are probably rearranging some quote unquote furniture, right? What also is happening too, I think people are really exchanging ideas about things that they do in the home. People are exchanging gardening tips, things of that nature. People are really, sharing, ways that they take care of themselves. People will be exchanging apothecary topic type remedies, things of that nature, guys. And interestingly, when you just really look at what's ruling where both are, Jupiter's ruling where it is right along with Neptune, but Neptune's in the third, and Saturn in the third is ruling Neptune and ruling, because it's ruling over Neptune in the third, while Neptune is ruling over the fourth, assisting Jupiter, right? However, Saturn is also ruling over the second. So it's like Saturn has its hand in the second, third, and fourth houses, actually. So really, guys, you're going to really find yourselves really inheriting some type of publishing that really allows yourselves to really consider what status means to you. And when I say status, I don't mean like this package selling stuff that people are doing out here. I'm talking about when it comes to where you are in your mind and your thinking. All righty. So with that being said, I am going to yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Sean Alim L. Islam.
Islam, broski. All righty, we got the holy day, Friday, July 15th. All right, so we're starting out with the solar conjunction, or it's also termed the deemed sunrise here at 22 degrees, Cancer, 55 minutes here. So just we got about a week cycle left to to the next ingression. So just rise up and just appreciate what you have at the home. And I will get into the first aspect. I think about let's see, a lunar Uranian square or partile here. Oh man, see, I'm not gonna say, man, I'm gonna see how many 6th house delineations Brother Jack get, because I always end up falling on me. All right, but here Friday, July 15th, we got 9:15:26 coming from the Baltimore Corporation area. We got Luna at 18 degrees, 16 minutes Aquarius, and Uranus at 18 degrees, 16 minutes Taurus, and the 9th. All righty, so there's gonna be some beliefs challenge here, maybe at the Job, with one's values and just humanitarian ways of things. So there could be some out there on the Job having some really conversations. One side is like, hey, I've really been studying this, and really just open myself up more. And then there's also going to be a value opportunity to really get into a higher learning aspect about things, so that you can shift and expand your values, so that you can really have this breakthrough of your mental that you're wanting to have, and that everyone's experiencing here. And also just maybe cleaning out, either cleaning out or organizing on how you work, how you study here. Luna and Uranus there, so just an emotional breakthrough here, not letting things get to you, just taking what is thrown at you. And it's like being thrown a pass, and you're kind of fumbling and juggling it, and now you're grabbing it and really taking that challenge, and just taking any challenges as opportunity to sharpen one's iron here. And this is just also some talks about just things that are bigger than us here. So this is a shifting of the subconscious values and emotions here. Now we yield for the lunar Uranian partile or square, and getting to my next aspect. All right, and we have a Luna Saturnian conjunction here at 23 degrees, 58 minutes in the second house. Would you looky, and this is still in the astrological area. So, not to toot my own horn or my bro's own horn, but, schedule your mirrors this day, right? This is a really opportunity to, learn about astrology, and, how it can even get down to where you can start to correct your daily routine, fix up your values, really see what your duty to yourself is and what your duty to your loved ones and humanity is. As Luna and Saturn, both in Aquarius, this is all about humanitarian, being bigger than just us, and get into some astrology so that you can really, not only get to know yourself, but know who you are and what's your purpose. Start to know your transits, start to really become aware of how you do things. And, also someone could be out there organizing their finances, really planning, just structuring things, not, like that Lil Wayne song, blowing money, throwing money, it's really just, becoming responsible, becoming accountable for ourselves and what we do and others around us. This is also an opportunity to really look at our habits, and just appreciate the things that we do have with this Luna Saturnian conjunction. So, you could be feeling it one, or really just able to see things more clearly here. Really just tune into how you're feeling and, just go from there and structure that all up. I would yield for that Luna or Saturnian, conjunction, right? Just either communicate or just coming into the subconscious of what your values really are, and having some really intellectual conversations and not getting too emotional. And I'll yield and let that get to my awesome bro, brother Jag or Jaguar. That's our soul.
Islam. All right, G. So we are going to the 16th of July. Looking at the sunrise. So the sun's at 23 degrees Cancer, 52 minutes. So yeah, this whole Saturn day is very, emphasized based on what Brother Hashan was just specifying with, really taking heed of the lessons that are pretty much in front of us, so to speak, relative to the cycles that we've been going through. Right. So, that Saturn retrograde, and that moon in Pisces, it's just really best to, really observe your surroundings and, how you respond to those surroundings or your environment, so to speak. And just really we'll call it a maxim. Just be, don't let people put their spirit on you, so to speak. That's very, very essential. So, yeah, we're going to move on to the first aspect. So the moon's going to trine Venus, right? Well, this is before the moon goes into Pisces, though, right? So moon in Aquarius, 27 degrees, 45 minutes, trines Venus in Gemini, 27 degrees, 45 minutes. So yeah, again, bro did definitely tell you to, schedule get your reading this day. Because this, it's a comprehension thing going on here. You can really just grasp this thing that seems so occult and foreign to your comprehension. It's really just, the ancient science, so connecting to your ancient, foremothers and forefathers would grant you that a more, let's say, a more easier ride rather than discrediting or dishonoring, said foremothers and forefathers. So really just, grasping the beauties or the beauty of nationhood or different cultures, so to speak. Seeing how, the quote unquote Chinese in the Moors, see how it's pretty much, you'll see slight differences in how they do certain things. However, you'll see certain things deriving from, one civilization or who founded civilization, right? So, getting to the root of things, so to speak. Moon trine Venus, Venus and Gemini. So, it's finding the beauty and, really being a child, so to speak, feeding your inner spirit. Venus is in the third house here. So it's like, some sort of literary works. Could be writing a poem, singing a song, writing a song, reuniting with a loved one. That's possible. But yeah, this is just like, really knowing what you value and why you value it, and living off of that foundational basis, and not living off of someone else's foundational basis, so to speak. It's putting, one foot forward and living based off of, actions rather than, sweet whispers of nothing, so to speak. So yeah, moving on, the moon's gonna ingress into Pisces, right? That's like 3 hours and 42 minutes that the moon goes void.
Correct.
So, of course, be mindful of, what you spend your resources on. Don't do it. Just wait to 3 hours and 42 minutes, or, just wait until you rise if you're resting around this time. However, moon's in the 9th house here. So again, connecting to what seems foreign, so to speak. And it only seems foreign because of your upbringing or your environment as you were a child, that relates to what seems foreign to you, so to speak. That differs for everyone. However, this is the philosophical moment to really realize what's tangible versus, what really doesn't sustain you, or, what's really vitalizing your life, or bringing structure to your life, with the moon in the 9th house of Pisces, because, we're using our mind, and our emotions, would be synonymous in certain, situations. So knowing those differences is pretty much at the forefront here with the moon in Pisces in the 9th house. And this is like a creative spark here. I can just people getting the rush to just create. I'll probably be disturbing my neighbors around this time. I might be playing my guitar a little bit too loud. That's possible. I don't know. It's just really having some sort of spark, and it's like you can't really control it. You gotta let it out right now. But moderation though is key. So just be mindful, right? Moving on, we got the moon going to conjunct Mercury. Wait.
Solar.
Yeah, I'm tripping. Okay, yeah, Sun conjunct Mercury. I'm like, wait, what? That's not possible. Sun conjunct Mercury, right? So yeah, Mercury's in Cancer, and the Sun's in Cancer. 24 degrees, 15 minutes. Both planets.
Wow.
Wow, that's interesting. I see what you. Yeah.
They're almost in the, but and then
2 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wow, that's interesting. All right, I yield, bro. Go ahead.
Wow, that is interesting.
All of that is in the 8.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Right.
So that, you know what that just made me think of? That made me think about when you mentioned when you said somebody getting some sort of refund for something that didn't work. that's all right. Yeah, I can see that. That's like it's like happening twice, 2 days in a maybe all cycle. Sun conjunct Mercury. This is the realization of one's creative abilities, so to speak. What you've been, what gifts you've been inherited with, right? Mercury would be your natural gifts, so to speak, or intellectual properties, how you can comprehend certain things. And then the sun would be your vitality. how you create, right? So those being conjunct right now, it's like you, and then it's in the 8th house, around this moment, 1537, near Baltimore. This is going to happen everywhere around the world, though, right? So, and however it differs, when this happens, you'll realize, again, just certain abilities you've been inherited with and how you should basically utilize those gifts rather than, let them go to waste, so to speak, which could be 8th house as well, which, if you're not acting on, say, waste or making the waste beautiful, I don't know, something that seems not valuable, make it valuable. It's that's that thing. Every time I think of that, I always think of Basquiat. Like he changed the what is beautiful art and to who again? That's subjective. So just be, who you are as long as you aren't harming anyone. That's pretty much what's happening here. It's the clarity moment. Like what's that maxim? Honor thyself and thy neighbor. It's simple. Right. Islam. That's just simple, finding the beauty in kinship and nationality and who you belong to. Who is that? And moving on.
I wanted to add to your wisdom if I could.
Go ahead, go for it, bro.
This is the Kazemi before Mercury makes his exchange to the evening star, right? So this is, the Kazemi where Mercury is anywhere from 0 degrees 0 minutes to 0 degrees 17 minutes with the sun. So very special communication. 5 houses away from the 4th, where the ruler of the 9th is. However, the ruler of the 8th is actually Kazemi. So it's like, whoa.
It's like it just makes me think like this is the moment where the quote unquote nerd in school is like the cool guy now.
That Leo Aquarius intercepted while the sun is in Kazemi with Mercury ruling the 8th that it's in, while the moon is in mutual reception by face with Saturn, while Saturn is technically intercepted while ruling the 2nd. So there's this like Saturn, ruling the 3rd, while there's like this Saturn moon thing going on, and like by not only by face, but also by axial rulership in the moment as far as houses are concerned. Mercury is like dominating the shit out of the 8th house with Venus there, part of Fortune, Vertex, Lilith. It's almost, yes, it is very underdogish.
Yeah, indeed.
It is the underdog wins. Like everybody unanimously agrees, because there was so much. It is definitely when David throws that second smooth stone from the brook and then it slays Goliath.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Like that's real. That is.
I can dig it.
So this is a very interesting dispositorship, pattern to look at. Wow, not only is the sun ruling, co-ruling with the moon, with the 9th, it's in mutual reception with Jupiter by exaltation. So now Mars gets in on it and in on the action.
Right. Mars is where he doesn't like to be.
And again, Mars has to just play its role. Like, you know what?
Right.
There's gonna be this Venusian script on this mercurial stage while Mercury's kazemi with the sun and shit. All right, I yield, bro. It's on you.
Islam. Next aspect is Moon, sextile Mars. Speaking of Mars, right?
All right.
The Moon in Pisces, Marte, is in Taurus. Right, 8 degrees. Oh yeah, 8 degrees, 3 minutes.
Yes.
Indeed. All right, so yeah, the Moon's in the 3rd, and Mars is in the 5th house. Ooh, ooh, yeah. This is a good time. This is a pretty entertaining time. Definitely should probably watch a good fight. That would be cool. Probably, you know.
You mean pugilistic event there, sir? Is that
He said what?
So what you mean to watch a pugilistic presentation?
World Star.
Oh my goodness! Watch the 2 minute. Watch a boxing match.
Yeah, exactly. Pugilism. Exactly. Watch a
right.
pugilistic event. All right. Fun.
Yeah. Right. Some combat, or learn some artistic combat. Learn some martial arts, maybe. I would suggest Wing Chun. That's what I would suggest. Especially with Sagittarius on the rise. That's interesting. Yeah, but maybe going to that foreign restaurant on Westlake or whatever, on the west side of town, and trying out the quote unquote Ethiopian food.
Right.
With the buddies.
Indeed.
Right. Yeah, Moon sextile Mars. Definitely a good sparring match would be cool. You could spar with your buddies too if y'all are into that. Why not? Basketball, maybe. Get some buckets if you get buckets. If you don't, sucks to be you.
Wow.
That was a joke. But yeah, just letting the imagination active though. Getting more creatively active with your imagination and your thoughts. Maybe write out a script or something for a group of friends and see if they can, actually, creatively and productively, make this script come to life, so to speak. And it's funny, it just made me think about when Brother Corey was he was talking those lyrics, and when he was saying it was a visual. But then when I heard the song, I literally didn't like it, bro. Well, it's not that I didn't like it, but hearing him just say it was better than the guy rapping it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Exactly. So you could you kind of gotta see, like, okay, I can write something down, but for it to be acted out is two completely different things. So, just finding the right actors and actresses, so to speak, with the script or whatever. Poetry though, specifically, or short films are being created around this time, or short films are inspiring, certain artists who may be having a writer's block or whatever. So get out your head and just get active, so to speak, rather than letting the emotions get the best of you. No one cares what people think. Period. Well, you shouldn't care what people think. Don't care what people think about you. Fuck them. They're gonna think about you anyway. So you might as well do what you love to do, as long as you're not hurting anyone. All right, Islam.
All right, Islam.
Moving on to Sunday. All right, 17th of July. 16th of July. Whose solar return is that? Huh. All right. 17th of July, 24 degrees, Cancer, 50 minutes. It's the sun. You're watching the sun move around, or the earth move around the sun. Does the sun move around the earth? I don't know. But you know, really just find, you know, the find out where you come from with this Cancer season energy. Ooh, sun's in Cancer. I will find out your roots. Where do you come from? Let everyone know. What is your nationality? Let us know. See? Yes. All right, moving on. We're gonna move on to Mercury trines. Neptune. That's before sunrise, bro.
Gotcha.
Before sun. So Mercury trines Neptune. You know, now we're putting our thoughts onto paper. See? Yes. We're bringing our thoughts, you know, to the physical. You know, Mercury is in Cancer, 25 degrees, 21 minutes. And Neptunia is in Pisces, 25 degrees, 21 minutes, in the 10th house. Second house, 10th house. So this moment specifically is like, you know, going over the checkbook or the resources, how you spent your resources in the last moon cycle, how you may not have the resources you want to go do certain business opportunities. However, again, what Brother Hassan said, you could be getting back this refund from somewhere, or, you know, that loan thing probably didn't go as planned. So now at this moment, you kind of have a brain blast on how to utilize, you know, those resources instead of blowing them. You know what I say? You know what I say? It's a possibility. But even considering, if you don't have like, if you don't write out your, you know, how you spend your finances day to day, that could be something you're considering, so you can know how and what you're spending, why you're spending it, where you spend it, who you spend it with. All of that, you know, is being is being written down. It's tangible now. So you know, listen to your intuition. When your intuition says, hey, do this, as long as you're not harming anyone, do it. In most cases, so to speak. Your intuition, though, you know, I can't. That's just the best I can say it, right? Generally speaking, right? So yeah, just really flow with what works for you. You know, everything doesn't work for everyone else. All right, moving on. Moon's going to sextile Uranus. So now,
pardon me.
Yeah, Moon sextile Uranus. This is innovative time. Okay. Uranus is in the 8th house, and the moon is in the 6th house.
Yes. Black.
Strike.
It's just
another one.
Strike.
Another.
Yeah, so this is what are we doing? We're revamping here. We're changing up our whole vernacular of what a routine is. And there's Mercury hanging out in the 11th. So we're definitely, considering who we, spend our time with, what we find or deem as entertainment. All of these things are kind of coming to the forefront because the moon having this little relationship with Uranus, we're trying to suddenly change our ways of living. Oh my God, it's so sudden. You were just doing this. You're never gonna, okay, so now, again, who cares what people think? You take those naysayers and show them how to, shut up. Brother Sean, I just heard you in my head at that moment. I wasn't explicit though. But anyway, really finding treasure in your gifts, and like really being revolutionary or sporadic and just letting it out, because it could be, whoa, yes, stand up. It could be it's a little unusual to the usual crowd. So, just, get comfortable with, making people uncomfortable, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is.
Oh, appreciate that, brother. Yeah, you already
know me. No, not you.
Not me. Okay.
not you.
Wow. Wow.
It's love. But no, seriously though, literally get comfortable with like speaking up, being who you are. I mean, yeah, literally, you so funny, bro. Literally, like it's just best for us to always be who we are and not who someone wants us to be. It'll just feel so much better. So, be open to that sudden shock of let's just say attachment. You may realize how certain things you were attached to, it fades away like a blink of an eye. Yes. All right, moving on. Sun's going to trine Neptune. Yes, so Sun trine Neptune. Yeah, now this is us really emphasizing our creative abilities and how we trust them. Not being so stuck in being a fanatic or fanaticism. I have to do this because my mother said I have to be a doctor. We've been doctors all our lives. We're the doctor of doctors. And you want to be you want to be a farmer. You just love farming and being with your family at home. That's just a Cancer. I just want to cuddle. I want it to rain. We can listen to music, right?
Wow.
Dance, write poetry together. Why not? Write a song together. Like literally. I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor for my family.
Gotta be some culinary expressions in there too.
Yeah, right. Make sure I'm in the kitchen with my lover. That's it.
Hilarious.
Right. So like literally, no, like I don't know. If it's literally that simple and that's all you want, that's fine. Like content is being content is pure happiness. But you got to know what you're content with and what really brings you peace. You have to be at peace with yourself. So, Neptune is illusions and things like that. It's also like the guru though, because Jupiter rules Neptune. So it's like, how do you utilize the information or the knowledge that you know? That's the say it again.
I was saying, excellent question, because Neptune is the esoteric ruler for Cancer.
Islam, right? So now that's the epitome of the Sun and Neptune right now. It's like, okay, so what do I know, and how do I apply it, or how am I applying the things that I know? That's all, pretty much at the forefront. And Drew Ali said it best: truth and falsehood is strangely mixed. So that's here, so to speak. And it's very potent. So with the Sun being in the 7th house, it's like, be mindful of, who you relate with, and who you think you're relating with, so to speak. Don't be with the big fat phony. Islam. With that, I yield. We can go to the Venus going into Cancer. Ooh, Venus is ingressing Cancer. See, yes, more love. I love my home. I love.
Few returns myself: solar, lunar, Venusian. Mercurial.
I love to be in the kitchen. Yes.
Planetary returns.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at that. This happening in the 5th house. Man, that's so interesting. Yeah. So again, it's like, what do I find to be entertaining? What really makes me feel good? What makes my inner child spark? What music is it that I thought I loved? But do you know who Marvin Gaye is? You should check out Marvin Gaye if you don't know who that is. And if you do know, you should just listen some more. Hey, Venus in Cancer. It's like love. I'm gonna find beauty in how my mother created me.
That sounds good.
Yeah, but yeah, Venus in Cancer, you know, this is like the spring cleaning moment again. You're gonna, you know, everyone's revamping their home. Most people are moving, looking to move. Yeah. So find what you value and why you value it. Is it your value systems or or whoever pretty much controls your ship, which is your mind? All righty. Moon's going to conjunct Neptune. Yes. So now, with that sun trine Neptune, Moon conjunct Neptune, the luminaries are having fun with Neptune.
Really are, right?
Right.
Oh no, my phone is ringing and it shouldn't be.
No.
No, right? But I can see that. I can see that's happening.
You good. 1st house, baby. I love myself. I love myself. You can listen to that by Kendrick Lamar.
Man, that's a powerful conjunction. But it's a powerful conjunction.
Yeah, it's not.
In the 1st, it's like, whoa. Because Luna is conjunct its esoteric ruler. So they're conjunct ruling over what? The 5th house? And now look what's all in the 5th? Oh my goodness. Oh, really?
Clarity, call my name. This is definitely mental clarity or mental fog. Shit, based on your comprehension. Seriously. It's all this is like eradicating falsehood though at the forefront. You gotta know who you are. Well, you know who you are here. Moon conjunct Neptune. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, they say, or whatever, right? So this is pure self-love here because it's in the 1st house, and then like Sun, Mercury, and part of fortune are in the 5th house. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's like you really know what brings you what the vitality, what literally brings spark to your life, rather than what literally takes that same vitality away. It's clear as day. There's no there's no mental fog here. However, the only mental fog is self-doubt or thinking that that they would never do that to me, man. That's my blah 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 blah. But it's like I don't know. That's the brother Islam right there. Right. Yeah, so the Moon conjunct Neptune, that's like eradicating falsehood. Utopia. all things like lovable, because like Neptune on the higher octave is everything like beautiful. It's like a butterfly, you know, something very unique, so beautiful. You can't really touch it because it's so delicate. So it's finding out that same connectivity with your mind. It's like not saying certain thoughts or thinking harmful thoughts to yourself, knowing that's like you're super receptive. And once you say it, it's like, oh my God, now I think I'm a sponge. And I said I was a sponge. It's like, you know, so now you're really like being mindful of how you're speaking to yourself, so to speak. That's really important. So this is really, like I was saying earlier, writing down, being more artistic with your thoughts and putting them on paper would probably be very helpful around this time, so to speak. It'll be like your quote unquote therapy, air quotes therapy, right? Moving on to the moon sextile. I mean, not sextile. Moon's going to trine the sun, right? Yeah, so this is like that moment of wow, goodness fucking gracious. Yeah, it's cool. Sun's in the 5th. Moon is in the 12th. Yeah, so this is like a preview of self-satisfaction. You really know what brings you satisfaction now. So with all of these, you know, Moon conjunct Neptune, Venus is in Cancer now, Sun trine Neptune. Moon, ouch. Moon trine Sun. Oh man, Pluto's in the 11th. Yeah, so this is just that very, very, very transformative, intense energy. It's intensely transformative. You've already been clear of what needs to be let go. However, certain experiences needed to be had for you to have the okay, that's enough moment. You've basically had enough, right? And now you're moving on to a whole new mentality, a whole new the way you carry yourself, the people you hang around, again, the way you talk to yourself, the music you listen to, the food you eat, how you start your day. All of these things are just having a whole new approach, because, you know, 12 houses are things we find pleasurable as well, but it's, you know, like when we're relaxing, so to speak, it's relaxation, so to speak. So that it could be releasing bad habits specifically, you know, with that Saturn being in the 12 too. It's like, all right, now it's come on, get it together. You're done. Handle your affairs, right? And that's pretty much, you know, we're all taking our one step forward and handling our affairs diligently and honorably. And that's pretty much the format for your Saturday and Sunday. I will yield the floor. Islam. That's brother. What you is that brother Sean? Right?
Yes, you got him, bro. As far as the going.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
God damn it.
About to bust a move real quick. I'll be right here.
Bust a move. Where you going, Saya?
All right. We got the solar ingress, you know, Sun conjunct ascendant. You know, closing out Cancer. So, you know, just reviewing your month, your cycle. That's much in. You know, just reviewing the cycle, and we'll get into the first aspect, right? We got a Luna trine Mercury. Hey. Would you look at that, and, you know, make sure, you know, it's Moon Day, so make sure you're joining us for Intuition Monday, Moon Day. I wonder where we got that week anyways. I have to look. All right, let me see, Brother Jack gets me there. So yeah, sungrass. Did that happen before? Oh yeah, it happened before sunrise. Yeah.
Bear with me, Saya.
Oh, you good? Let me see. What do we have for next week? Anyways, let's see. July. We got we're talking about Sun and Grace Leo this coming up. Intuition Monday. All right. Hey. You know, instead of get your roll on, you know, it's everybody get your shine on. Everybody get your shine on. Everybody get your shine on. What?
It's like, you got it.
Leo season, shining your light is the reason. All right, let's see. All right, we got Luna. We have Luna and Mercury trine here. So we got Luna at 27 degrees, 22 minutes and 11. So this is some groups, hopes, and wishes here with Mercury and Cancer in the third. So this is just some home communicating. And I'm really getting that, man, those who were neighbors are really, they're about to be some new friends made with their neighbors. You know, or someone from their group is going to introduce someone to somebody, you know, and that's just on the outer part. But within, you know, it's really a great time to communicate with yourself, you know, on, you know, what is it you really want? And, you know, how can you really, you know, write or prescribe, you know, your hopes and wishes, and also just being open to receive here. I'm getting also someone's siblings is going to, you know, somebody's going to take a trip with their siblings somewhere. You know, they're going to see something on social media, like, you know, that'd be really great for me to take my nephew or, you know, little bro or little sis there to, you know, really go enjoy ourselves somewhere. We got Luna and Pisces here. So this is going to be some loving wisdom here. You know, this is just wisdom being communicated with the subconscious. Maybe someone mother is going to bring some loving wisdom to them, or just have one of those loving talks, you know, to really just kind of stimulate the mind, you know, get rid of the nervousness of the mind. See, Jupiter's really nice, you know. And yeah, and when you look, we got, you know, the expositor for the third and 11th, Jupiter and Moon is both in the 11th house. So there's going to be some real active planning here. You know, there's going to be expansion what one does within their groups. You know, someone's going to come across with some information that's going to light up the group chat. They can be like, yeah, I came across this, and bing, 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 bing. Now everyone's going to be really grasp what information is going on with this. And you got Mercury ruling ascendant too. So really it's just going to be some mental transformation, so that, you know, those who are working within groups, or those who are working you know, any business partnerships or any friend groups, there's really going to be some active healing here, you know, especially if you're open to receive, or if you've been looking to find ways, you know, bond and be able to really properly communicate with yourself and your friend groups here, you know. And there's going to be some wisdom that comes, you know, some philosophy that really shakes up on how everyone, you know, looks at the, you know, planning for the future, and how they can just include themselves into something that's bigger than them. And I will yield for this aspect for that lunar Mercurian time. You know, it's like, you know, you can't stop the light from being shine, man. It's communicate. Communications will arise with your friend guys, and there's nothing you can do about it. Celebration.
Hold on now. I went too far now. I'm trying to jump to the future now.
Charlie. You're jumping too far.
into next.
Oh man. Sunday, no, we need a Monday.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Come on, do your job. Do your job, Terrell. Come on.
It just like, you know what? I'm in my own mood.
It's crazy.
Boom, 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 boom. Jump around. Back it up, play again. Let it begin.
Oh, it's Pluto.
Is that Pluto?
Pluto.
Oh, let me see.
That is Pluto.
Oh, yeah, that is. What you have? I can't even say it.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm flipping planets.
Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
With the nephew stick.
I'm tripping. I should try paying attention, huh?
I think you're looking great.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, bro.
Here we go. All right.
I did it.
Lunar Plutonian sextile. So this is just a growth opportunity here. Which you look at, we got Luna in the 11th and Pluto in the 9th. So, you know, this is just an opportunity to grow upon one's own, wisdom and just how you love yourself, right? There's going to be a transition or an ending of some cycles here on just how you view things and what you thought was to be true. The best way to, go with the grain and go with the flow is to let go and just not try to hold on to things that are outdated, and we've got Saturn the 10th being the dispositorship for the 9th. So it's like, hey, this opportunity to really truly see your status, really get into nationality and birthrights here. And, just seeing things for what they are, and also opportunity to tap into, something deep within yourself to bring be able to bring your higher knowledge into a career, whether it's like spiritual guru or a coach, or just whatever ways that you see that you can give something from your heart that is love and be able to communicate that with everyone, something that everyone can relate to. And Saturn is right there in the 10th. So it's like, yeah, whether you're, a so-called, expert, or not, in your heart what you are and that what you are, really able to offer. So, and really just pour that out with, just pour it out in the home, go talk to your neighbors or, make friends with your neighbors or, really be able to start looking and assist just some of your siblings, because someone could need some loving wisdom or just, be the ear they need to be the ear to listen, for someone to be able to get off what they need to, whether it's, troubles, worries, or just concepts, really just be that listening ear and be able to communicate that to them. And, just listen, because someone might feel drowned out right now with, how they're communicating, but just be open to that. And, I'll yield for that lunar Plutonian sextile. Just a growth opportunity to really structure how we love and, build upon what we have and what we would like. So that, the higher knowledge is expanded within the groups for everyone. All right, so let me see. What's our next aspect? Next up, we got a Mercury Plutonian reflection.
Yeah, I got you, brother.
You got me? Okay, I'm sure I'm looking myself.
I got you, brother.
Nah, man. All right, let's see where we at. All right, look at him hugging the cusp. Hugging the cusp. All right, so we got Mercury in the 2nd house, Pluto in the 8th, occurring on this lovely moon day, Intuition Monday day. So, with this aspect, it's really just a good time to, kind of take a step back, do a James Harden step back and really just reflect on just reflect on your values, and just what do you have, what do you care about, What's in the home that you would like to improve, and take that with, what you have, whether you're single or you have a partner, how can y'all really reflect on what you have to really improve, or, whether you got your bankroll here, you got, she's got her thing there, and like, how can y'all merge that to really bring that something into fruition, be open to communicate here, be able to let go, for those singles out there. Hey, man, it's like, all right, I got what I value, this material things I have, I'm not letting materials rule me because I know it's more to it than that. And, I know that there's some cycles closing out here. So I'm just gonna, not let myself be drowned in all the, heavy energies around me and really just hone in and focus. And, like tune into a project here, or review a project, because you might be coming across something that that you might have wrote a while ago, or you had an idea with something and now you're able to really get clarity on that. And I'll yield. And then I missed that void of course with that Luna sextile Pluto. So Luna's in void of course for that previous aspect for, let's see, 4 hours and 34 minutes. Luna will be voiding course. So, no major purchases during that time.
Right.
Nothing major, and just hold out, just fill your card up and just look glamour like, wow, these are going to be really nice when I get this so I can transform the home. And I'll yield and get it to my next aspect. We have Luna ingress Aries. Yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yo.
Hey, yo, you be bugged, yo.
I knew it too. I said, watch it ingress 9th house. Hey. All right, so we have Luna ingress Aries. So first off, drink some water here. You're gonna subconsciously or emotionally feel like you're ready to charge and move forward. So, just look back over the past moon cycle, when Luna was in, all the various signs, and really just look at, how things occurred, and be ready to, move forward. This, so it's a 9th house too. So it's like, yeah, really review your wisdom and all your actions that you done last week. And now you're making a new game plan to really just move forward. And, Jupiter's ruling over that. Jupiter's still in Aries. Hey, slowing down there. It looks like it's probably about to hit that retrograde soon. So it's like, really just wrapping up. Not gonna say wrapping up, but, it's kind of taking an account of all the things that you have learned and really internalize it. And, just being open to receive when, Jupiter hits that retrograde. Maybe, doing some kind of, so-called legal work, lawful work, I would say, sending out paperwork or, finishing up some projects, with that. And, drink some water and don't be ready to, pop off immediately, emotionally here with Luna ingress Aries. And, shout out to all the lunar Aries moons here about to experience that lunar return. All right.
That is too.
All right. Oh, look at that. And Sun's ruling the ascendant and the 12th house. So it's like, hey, it's some healing coming in here. Be open to what's hidden. Quit being afraid of what's hidden. And all right, next up, we have a lunar Venusian square or partile here. So we've got Luna in the 8th. We've got Venus in the 11th.
Quartile.
Ooh, excuse me. I said partile.
It's long.
All right, so the quartile here was, others would say a square, a challenging aspect. So, woo-wee. this is some hothead energy with some home loving energy here. So this is, opportunity to, transform your views, your values here. What do you value? What do you really care about? And, not a doom and gloom astrology here, but this might be some disagreements between some groups, but it's like, hey, a little argument, ain't meant to tear you apart, it's just meant to bring it closer together so that you can, see eye to eye, heart to heart, mind to mind here. And, there's opportunity to really, Pisces, sun's ruling that too. So it's like really, just sharing here, having some great talks. I'm also getting that someone's going to be gifting somebody like a new, blender or something to really beautify their home here. And they're going to do it off the impulse. It's like, yeah, man, I was just happen to be shopping here and I seen that. And I thought that'd be really nice for you. So, here you go. With that. So, yeah, an opportunity just to, go next level, really transmute, get into that alchemy version. And, really be able to just find the beauty and the death and the rebirth process that we all go through, and just the beauty and the transformations, because we think we are at different stages or that one thing is meant for us and that's it. But then we're really able to start seeing that, that life occurs in stages. And, just seeing the beauty in the journey and not in the destination. And I will yield for that. For the lunar Venusian quartile. And I will get into my next aspect. We got next, Brother Jag. Let's see. We got a lunar Jupiterian conjunction.
Correct.
Hey. This is occurring, late at night. Jupiter and the moon just be at one.
Yes, mom.
All right, so this is occurring later on tonight. So we have a lunar Jupiterian conjunction here. So, what's great is that while Cancer season is closing out, Sun and Jupiter are still in mutual reception by exaltation here. So it's like, it's really opportunity, just to expand your mind and your wisdom. Anyway, and also, have some talks about the career here. So this is career expansion, for one, it's an opportunity to really move forward or find another way to level up in your creations or your creativity or any projects that you have. And really just letting that shine within the home. Also, getting that somebody's really going to be changing their hair here, or just changing, just one day, there was like this, they was like, oh, man, I had these beliefs, but now you're coming across some information, or, you're really just having some insight flashes to really just change on how you view yourself and, changing up your attitude to really fix your posture and just how you do things there. And, with Sun in that fifth house, it's like, somebody's going to be, meeting someone new here, someone that makes them really feel like home. They're going to come across someone and, they might be doubtful. They've been doubtful up until this point, but this, sending beings really gonna make them feel at home, and also there gonna be somebody out there, as well, that's gonna, get like a job promotion here or have an opportunity to climb up that ladder in what they do, or they're just gonna come across what they need to really keep pushing forward for their long-term goals. With that, let's see what else we got there. And yeah, just really able to grasp the wisdom. You feel it in your heart, but now you're really able, you're getting it in your heart and you're getting it in your mind here. So it's like it's a mental and home boost, right? You're really able to start to see things clearly. And, you're really able to, start studying different topics, or be open to either hearing someone talk about topics or studying yourself so that you can expand your mental, so that you can really expand your viewpoint, because a limited viewpoint is only going to keep you in that one spot. And with that, I will yield. And, I'm going to just Chris Paul alley hoop assisted to Brother Hassan. It's mine.
It's mine, beloved brother. It's mine. I am looking forward to doing these 2 testimonies. And then I'll take the helm.
It takes 2, baby. It takes 2.
And take the helm. All right, so here we go. So I have a mercurial ingress after this solar ascending conjunction here. And Luna is clearly in Aries at 12 degrees, 39 minutes, about to conjunct Chiron, which is still at 16 degrees, which deals with children. All right. So with that being said, what's on the rise here, what's on the rise here for this particular morning on Tuesday, Ilo Hamail or Zamail, 19th July 2022. All right, so we're looking at it looks like 0600 hours and 19 19 seconds. Yeah. 0600 hours, 0 minutes, 19 seconds. Days are getting shorter, of course. So we can just really see that, the collective standing here is, to really consider, when we wake this day, consider the things that we do pertaining to the children in our lives and those that we know we can lay foundations for in times to manifest, in dimensions to manifest. All righty. And after sunrise, about 2 hours and 35 minutes after sunrise, Mercury ingresses Leo. All righty. Yay. Mercury ingressing Leo, right? The king's speech. Speaking from the heart, right? Mercury, of course, however, is there in the 12th house, right? And Moon is in the 8th house, ruling over the 12th, while it is in its exaltation sign. So there's going to be some, this would be a really great time to really take things that you've contemplated on previously, or things that were contemplated on during elementary school. And you might could reach back into your childhood and really find some refined communication that you're going to see really assists you in, in your group activities in your elder years, so to speak. All right. Maybe even something imparted in practice to the youth within your life now. So with Mercury dealing with communicating and serving others, however, coming into the sign that deals with creativity, children, or creation, right? Which is recreation, which technically is a sex house also. So this is where you create the children, where you court people, so to speak, for having children, so to speak. You will actually see here people, overall collectively, like the talk will be very child-centered. A lot of communication, a lot of probably advertisements will be child-centered. Very, very child-centered. Almost seemingly like, man, I didn't notice this last month. Well, because Mercury was in Cancer. So, but anyway, I yield on that one. And my final testimony for the 19th, Tuesday, 2022, there is a solar Plutonian reflection. Looky, Astro. Solar Plutonian reflection happening there at 27 degrees, 21 minutes, part-tile reflection, 180 degrees part-tile. Capricorn and Cancer is where this is happening. 6th and 12th houses. So the moon and the Saturn are in on it. And moon's in exaltation, Saturn's dominant, right? Ruling a house that it's about to actually rise into where it has its joy. What's actually happening here, we're being very creative with our inheritance and how we're going to use that to serve others and really be able to bring some pleasures into our relationships and how we relate to others. What we're going to find is that we're going to have to utilize something that we didn't think was significant to ourselves. And this is collectively speaking. There's someone out there that thinks there's some information, a piece of information of something that they have, and they didn't think it was that important. And it's going to be like the final piece to the puzzle for what a lot of other people were like really looking for. So other people were like, man, I was looking for this. And it's like, this little thing right here, really? Why is it so important to you? And then you'll realize, like, you know what? I actually kind of hold, the key for ones to actually, maybe solve some, you'll be able to take something that maybe brought you pain in your childhood, but it's going to help someone else to actually actively elevate to, levels that not only transform their life, it'll transform yours too, because you'll see what they can actually do with something painful from your childhood. However, turn that lead into gold. That's alchemy. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Terrell Tamari Bey. Islam.
All righty. This is the 20th of July. And we're looking at sunrise, they say. Yes. The sun's 27 degrees, 41 minutes, Cancer. And, Wednesdays are literary arts, so we're talking about poetry, writing books, scripts, short films specifically. I like short films. Anyway, yeah, just connect to your inner child, whatever. So first aspect is Moon sextile Saturn. So Saturn is Zinan. Saturn's in the 10th house. Ooh, look at that. Retrograde, 23 degrees, 42 minutes there. See? And the moon is at 23 degrees, 42 minutes at east. Whoa. Oh, that's in the 11th. Okay. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, so, with this Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, it's the vitality is being emphasized here. What brings you vitality versus what takes it away, so to speak. Right. Economics, what's your status, who you relate to, who are you connected to, how do you stand, how do you seem to stand. So like all of this is being emphasized. You're emphasizing your discipline and the way you stand up. Your courage is pretty much being emphasized, so to speak, with the moon in Aries having its relationship with Saturn. So Saturn is going to bring Aries or the moon specifically with the moon in Aries. Saturn's going to bring that the structure to the emotions. It's bringing emotional stability and emotional comprehension. Be like, I don't know what it would be, King of Cups tarot, maybe, possibly. Yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Right. But Saturn is really doing this thing to really be more practical. Saturn's in the 10th house in Capricorn, so it's like Capricorn's naturally the 10th house. And accidental dignity, and it's ruling in the 10th house too. So it's a lot of strength with this, how you, put yourself out in the public, or not, how you put yourself out there in general, not to really get a response, but more so how you feel internally about yourself. So there's a whole, revamp of this energy here, the revamping and emphasizing and applying structure to your routine and to how you, who you relate with, and how you put yourself out there, so to speak. Moving on, the moon is going to square Pluto.
Hold on, pardon me. I think I have a correction to make. I think earlier when I said Luna was in his exaltation, man, I was looking somewhere else, obviously. Because Luna is still in Aries. So let me make my corrections there.
Well, I've been a little bit over the place today.
Well, I'm also looking
I said the moon was going to conjunct Mercury when it was not.
Yeah. Why am I so far in the future? But no, it's all good.
Right. Yeah.
So let me take that exaltation statement back. However, I enjoy making mistakes like that, because it's like those moments like that. It's like, oh hey, yeah, look, we can sit here and openly make corrections. It's not a problem. Because I'm sitting here I'm looking up on the screen. I'm looking down at my phone. And I'm like, oh man, hold on, I totally tripped on that. So it's all good. Well, some people will try to like play it off. You know what I mean? Like we won't speak on some of our colleagues.
Where try to make it, still fit. Well, the moon still is gonna.
Like wah, wah. But anyway, so yeah. All right, so I yield. I just wanted to make that correction. The moon isn't in its exaltation sign until 2:22 in the afternoon on this day. So 14/22. I yield.
Islam. Yeah. So moon squares Pluto, right? So this is the time to release. Say attention that's pretty much has been formulating, that may be formulating. There's a change within the home, so to speak, that's very it's very essential here. And also how you may be giving yourself to things that may not be very beneficial to you, so to speak. So it's finding the balance between your value system versus someone else's. Like your space and someone else's space. How do we bring that together, so to speak? How do we bring our artistic abilities together, even though they're different? Right. Also, or Pluto being there, it could be some very egoic and conflicting energies that may need to be let's just say put in their place, so to speak. And that can be internal as much as it is external too. It could be needing to face certain emotional difficulties to get to the next level within your conscious being, so to speak. Could certain emotional triggers could bring about past wounds that may have been pushed under the rug or swept under the rug. So it's best to really just communicate effectively and sincerely and honestly. So miscommunication can be eradicated, or let's just say preconceived ideas can be easily reconciled with just speaking sincerely and honestly, right? Removing like the misjudged characters and things of that sort, that being removed and reanalyzed. Also, if that's not external, it's an internal thing. So we're looking at ourselves or inside of ourselves, and the things the habits that we know we want to release, we're letting those go, and we're moving on to the things that again brings us life, rather than take our life away, our life force away specifically. That means we're Pluto, right? moving on, the moon's going to square the sun now. So yeah, this is like creative blockage, so to speak, or just being frustrated with some the same old routine, possibly. And that 8th house is strong. Yeah, Chiron doing his thing, hugging it. And so it's like really, really facing ourselves and our wounds. And this is the moment of speaking up, the moment of clarity, so to speak. When we're no longer treating ourselves as like the servant to the king, so to speak. Like we see the balance in the king and the servant, so to speak. So now the king not recognizing the beauty of the servant is just like, all right, well, I'm out of here, bro. Let me know who's gonna do that for you. It's pretty much that reconciliation moment, or not, so to speak. You can really see how there's either balance or imbalance within the group at large, or certain groups in totality. Who could be seeing petty arguments, disputes that literally mean nothing. And again, this could just be internal, right? There could be certain things that you may need to let go. It could be the 8th house, certain things you've inherited, or certain things that you may be programmed to think that are true, and they may just be emotional responses or psychosomatic processes that have been, placed upon you or us, whatever, to make you think a certain way when certain situations occur. So, with that Saturn energy, with the moon was sextile Saturn. That ability to like take heed of discipline and very practical, information, rather than being so moved by someone because you think like you look up to them or whatever. Like all of that is pretty much being eradicated. The idol god worship is fucking dead, like literally. So please treat yourself as the god that you are, the constellation that you are. Yes. And then the moon goes void. So the moon goes void. This is the moon's last aspect to go into Taurus, as bro told you, for 4 hours and 4 minutes, right? So, of course, just be mindful on how you spend your resources. Just put it in your cart. Don't spend it. All right, because you definitely be trying to be, very aesthetic-like vibe with moon ingressing into Taurus. Getting new mats for your land conveyance, or maybe new welcome mats for the estate, possibly. Or, I don't know. Probably getting a new Moorish flag. Who knows? Moon's in the 6th house, though. Yeah. So, right, we're finding the beauty in the things that we do on a day to day. We see why we do it, so to speak. If it was a very unconscious drive, so to speak, which could be driven by the moon, it's a clarity moment. It's clear now, so to speak, on why this thing that we are invested in so much brings so much beauty and vigor to our life. And so now the moon's gonna, with the moon being in Taurus, it's gonna square Mercury. Mercury's in Leo now, and moon's in Taurus. So, wow, look at that. The moon being in the 3rd house. Woo-hoo. And Mercury being in the 7th. Ooh, yeah. So emotional disputes, communicate, miscommunications, traveling plans going adrift here. May want to just chill at the home instead of actually thinking about traveling anywhere on this day. All those plans can be more emphasized within the home. Like if you want to go to the movies, just have the movies at the house. Why not? If you want to
or for our Midwest loved ones going to the show. It's one that,
Yeah. So if you go into the show,
right.
you know, or going to see the film, you're going to see a film possibly, right?
Is the show, a film,
Yeah. You know, just do that at home, possibly. You know, how about you make a movie, like more so like just act the movie out, so to speak, not like, you know, exotically speaking, right? Not speaking exotic, right? You know.
Cool.
But just had to clear that up. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna say who, but man, two awesome bros gonna have a Mercury return soon.
Oh, is that true? I don't know who those guys are.
All right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Yeah. So that's you could definitely, you know, be getting into the treasure box. Certain poems from the past or certain things that you've written before, you can find the beauty in it. You know what I mean? Seeing how it's very tangible now. Seeing like so those Mercury and Leos, you know, seeing how your artistic work maybe from 10 years ago, like, damn, man, I was pretty dope 10 years ago, and like seeing how you're still that dope character now, you know, that's possible. Yeah, you know. So really just finding the beauty in the things that were, you know, deemed not so cool, right? But again, that's always subjective because Basquiat art is worth, oh my goodness. And we're talking fiat, of course, but you know, still, it's very valuable art. To me, someone thinks it's not so valuable, right? Do you guys like Basquiat? Is he cool?
I don't mind why it's looked at how it's looked at as how it is. I comprehend the motion in the still painting.
Indeed. And yeah, Islam. Yeah, see? All right, well.
And it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Really like transforming minds based off of how the masses think certain things should be, so to speak. Mm-hmm. This whole reforming of that thinking with the Moon square Pluto. Moon square Mercury. Goodness gracious. But Moon sextile Venus is my next and last aspect for Wednesday. And wow, that's funny. Speaking of the arts, right? Which would be Venus.
So beautiful for you to end on this. Oh, and it's so interesting. Oh, it's so interesting.
The angel point.
Well, Moon's exaltation is 3 degrees Taurus.
That is true.
And Venus are in mutual reception by rulership.
This is such an autistic day. This is very artsy, yes.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm all this. Yeah. So you know, this is like a paint night. You can definitely paint tonight. Definitely.
Oh my God, man! If my baby heard you just say that, goodness gracious.
Paint night.
Live last night. I was like, hey, what you got there? She was like, paint. Like, wow. Wow. I'm just looking at her paint.
That's that Venus in the 5th house. Yeah, it's like, you know, we're definitely getting artistic, like karaoke, maybe. I'm definitely thinking laser tag would be dope. Wow. But like, how could you make that at home though? That'll be so dope, yo. Oh my goodness. And so it's like with the Moon and Taurus, is like really getting innovative and creative on the things that we found valuable. So like if like, you know, we like bowling, but we don't want to go bowling. How do we make bowling in the home right now? Like, fuck it. like literally just finding a way to like actually get innovative and creative and utilize those, our abilities. Like it's really important for us to emphasize and utilize these limbs and these things that we can do. We can do anything that we put our mind to. So we should probably, do something with that. That's Moon and Taurus sextile Venus. Like, what do you value and what are you going to do with it? And why do you value it? And how are you going to help someone else connect to their, unlimited gifts? Islam. And with that, I will yield the floor.
Yeah, interestingly, too, the rulers over the dispositors over where Luna and Venus would be Mercury and Mars. They're about 3 degrees shy of being binovile. You know what I mean? Which is 80 degrees. So about 83 degrees away from each other, right? These two dispositors for the moon and Venus. I think that's rather interessante because Venus is dispositing for Mars and Moon is dispositing for Mercury. Like, yo, like
it's a part. It's like it's a whole party. Is it a high school reunion maybe?
It's almost like, do you remember those things back in the day where you would have like 2 handles in your hand and then you would stretch them really fast and it would shoot like little rocket cylinder thing to the other person that had the 2 handles in their hand attached to the strings, and you just kept throwing this thing back and forth like like it just kind of reminds me of that. It's almost it's like a ping pong dispositorship.
I get you.
You disposited it for me? You disposited it for me? No, I disposed it for you. No, I disposed it for you.
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna help you to do that. I'm gonna help you to do that to help me do that. I'm gonna help you to help me to help you to help me to do that.
Like, bro, I got you if you got me. You know what I mean?
It's like I'm trying to get like you. No, I'm trying to get like you.
Like, bro, I got you, bro. Like, no, bro, for real, I got you. Chill. Like, I got it. It's on me, bro. That's like it's on me.
It's on me. No, seriously.
Our professional colleagues, if they're being sincere watching this, they're just like, they're like, oh my God, that is so true. I can so see it. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, you see that string of dispositorship is just like this infinity happening right there during the sextile. It's very beautiful to observe. And that's taking place again, as brother Terrell Tamari Bay has eloquently stated. Odin's Day, Woden's Day, right? Ilawa Raphael, Wednesday, 20th July, 2022, at 2100 hours, 16 minutes and 39 seconds, right? Very interesting time, those numbers also. So with that being said, guys, let me stop the screen share here. Any last comments, questions, and or suggestions?
Read a book.
Read a book. Okay. All right. Very, very interesting. Guys, you already know 7HealStar.com. Go and sign up for the email list. Share this with your loved ones. I know that this is the summertime. Ooh, summertime. I get it. And you guys are probably, out and about, hopping a water plug just for old time's sake. I'm just I'm just saying, like, I get it, so when you guys catch this archive, right, and see what's going on here, guys, remember, schedule your Mirror AstroLiteracy sessions with Brother Hassan Ghazio Bay, Brother Terrell Tamari Bay, Brother Corey Bay, and Brother Sean Alim. You will not be disappointed, guys. Go to 7HealStar.com. You will find all of our information there. Alrighty, and you can actually, DM us, right? We're very approachable. However, at the same time, we don't play any fucking games, so don't come on that bullshit. Just to be, respectful. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to yield the floor because I do have a couple of loved ones to really check on, actually. And what I'll do is we'll make sure these are sent out to, get this email rolling again because, I've been really like, okay, the Saturn day is past. Now it's Sunday. It's time to shine.
Hey, bro, Sean, I'm digging that shirt, bro. What's going on? Yeah.
Hey man, I can wash it. I'll trade you for the one from your Astro.
Oh no! Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Really?
We can trade out.
No.
If you like it, we can swap it out.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
I know. Yeah. It'll be here. Hold on, I think I got a different color one too. Hold on. Why you a different color? You might like it more. You know what I'm saying?
Really, he went to the closet.
Oh, I would have to dig. Never mind.
You're hilarious, bro.
I would have to get my cancer mining going. Never mind.
You're hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
You're
correct.
God. Funny, it's like, what size is that shirt? The answer is always my size.
My size, right?
Yes. Period.
Exactly.
Always.
Yeah.
What size is them shoes? My size. No.
Finger snack, nachos.
He will never be able, basically. Basically. Flat out. However, we have ourselves being and reflecting on a frequency in a way where we do not attract those things to ourselves. It's just that just immediately saying it's like, to put that energy out there. Like, man, that is just like a definitely shirt to hoop in. That's definitely a shirt to hoop in. Yeah, definitely with it. However, I'm thinking, is there any other comments, questions, and/or suggestions? I was about to say something about, like, Brother Jay, you got any like engagements coming up? You playing guitar with anyone? That's what I was about to say, and I was like, you didn't say anything about that, so do I say it? But I just said it anyway. So
no, I don't. I do not. However, I might be out. I might be out playing. So if I do decide to do that, I will, make that a proclamation, so to speak. Yeah.
Yes, Mom.
Well, I might actually. Well, no, never mind. Go ahead, you.
I know that I'll, asking you to, grace the instrumentations that I'm putting together, and I have put together, with your guitar licks, that, we can begin this, begin to expand this astro audio visual journey even further. So, however, with that being said, guys, without further ado, we're gonna always, as always, I think you know what I'm really about to do. I'm about to go make some pakora. All right. So, with that being said, we're gonna say to you guys, be yourselves and
donate. Directamente.
Donate, right? All righty, guys. So we will see you on Friday, all righty, for the continuation on the impromptu improv with our beloved brother Benjamin Day. And we will be there. Those of us, whoever shows up, because it's impromptu improv. That's what it's about. And we show up there and we will be continuing to go over the White book. Right, the Cloran. I try not to laugh, but it definitely says Clerigo, the White book. So when you read it, it's not nothing to really make fun of because I'm making no negative assertions towards any organizations. Because once you allow yourself to study appropriately, you don't really hold malicious feelings towards anything or anyone. You put things in its place and you move accordingly, so to speak. And you know what energies to attract to yourself and whatnot. So in analyzing the Ku Klux Klan's clothing, which is very beautiful literature. You guys gotta really like you gotta have an open fucking mind. You know, you really do, because you could be sitting here losing your shit at the sound of my voice and me saying that. It's like I get it if your mind is a little shut, but it's all good. However, when we read it, we see a universal commonality between what Prophet Noble Drew Ali is saying. 1913, Prophet Noble Drew Ali establishes the Old Canaanite Temple. In 1916, the Koran, I think, is published. And then in 1927, Prophet Noble Drew Ali publishes the Holy Koran. Now, what that's saying is Prophet Noble Drew Ali divinely prepared something that was already, there for us. It's just that it finally got published in 1927, according to the introduction when you read the Holy Koran. However, when you look at the principles between both the Ku Klux Klan and the Moor Science Temple of America, what you actually see is that you get how Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a universal prophet. And his philosophy is universal. He just came to us Moors first because we needed him the most. So I kind of look at the Ku Klux Klan as like sub-mufti. They're like deputy mufti when you really analyze their literature. See, when you read the 2 letters we read in every meeting, right? And you see that we are for peace and not destruction. You really, I'm even here to question, like, do even some of the people that, oh no, Ku Klux Klan is hating, and it's just like, okay. Do some of the members within the Ku Klux Klan kind of even like have they read their Koran? That's really my question. It's not like, ooh, you don't know because you ain't read your own shit, motherfucker. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm actually saying is like, are you aware of the Koran? So it's kind of really all I'm saying. I see a demonstration, but see here on page 7, it says, like, are you aware? Because I'm starting to think you're not really clannish. Like, you know how they try, oh, y'all ain't Moorish. It's like, I'm starting to question if you're clannish now. Like, you can question me being a Moorish all you want. You got to prove that I'm not Moorish. Sure, I can prove you're not clannish, though, like, because that's what we're sharing this Friday for the second time. All right, so that's just what it is. Pardon me, drop my phone. Just saying, like, it's kind of how I see it. It's like I said, it's no disrespect. I'm not making any negative assertions about or towards any organizations of any kind. I am really for peace and not destruction. I don't waste my time with certain topics. So I am following and going forward with, respectfully, the dictates pertaining to my soul, being pure heart, being sincere intent, being love, being honor. And at the forefront pertaining to my mind is Prophet Noble Drew Ali in a non-dogmatic fashion. You know what I mean? And that's just it. Unapologetically, that's it. So with that being said, no more questions, comments, and or suggestions. Be yourselves and donate, guys. And I'm going to say my namaste, namaste, namastes. Islam, Islam, Islam. Peace.
People.
All right, stop. I just want to say.